Hello and welcome to Ticking All the Boxes.
What happened to you? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Yeah, look, I decided that by the time I finished it, it was almost race one, so I've given that the axe. I'm just going back to the hello and welcome to Ticking All the Boxes. Did you like that intro, did you?
Yeah, I did. It was quite original. It was you. I picked the cheap seat, didn't I? I got the sun bearing straight down in my eyes.
I'm normally on that side. I was wondering why you
look like Richie.
Anyway, good morning, good afternoon and good evening. Welcome to Ticking All the Boxes. I'll revert back to it then.
Yep. How are you, Nick?
We're out at the... What was that?
We're at the Inglis Australian Easter Yearling Sale.
We are indeed. I had a mouthful. We're doing about our second or third take on this one right now. It's a lovely day out here, isn't it?
Oh, beautiful. 7:30 in the morning. I'd much prefer to be in bed.
What's doing, Clint?
I've got a bug in... something down the back of my throat. Bloody winter's coming on. But it's a cracking day of racing and we're going back to Randwick. Quaddy's been stuffed.
Quaddy's been stuffed. The daily double. Now I was on the phone to the tab there yesterday trying to see if they will do anything about the daily double. Because obviously we've got It's a Done Deal.
We've got a 10s on pop and a 5s on pop in 2 legs of the quaddy. Blast from the past, back to the 70s. So
it'll be interesting to see what the divvies pay up there, but nonetheless, it's a good card.
We invited Barry O'Farrell along, but he didn't want to come.
He didn't want to come. I think his money's on Sea Siren as well, by the sounds of things.
Obviously, looting the polls by a fair way. Wants to make statements like that. Good old Labor Party.
I'm tipping if Pete Moody ever migrates up here, he won't be voting for
him. I'd love Pete Moody to meet him there on Saturday after what he said to us yesterday.
Yes.
Anyway,
yes.
All right.
What's doing? Anything else?
No, mate. It's been massive out here. There's plenty of money floating around, and everyone was a bit concerned about the second. You know, the averages and everything dropping on the second day. Well, that didn't happen. We had $5 more million yearlings, and one went for 4, and it's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I'd love to win Lotto and have a crack at these blokes one day.
Far out, I'll tell you what.
You know what my dream is?
What's that?
My dream is to get a golden slipper winner and stand it in somewhere like the Southern Highlands just to give all the big studs and the hunt of the shits.
You've got a stud down there.
I'd just buy one.
If
I won, $20 million in Powerball, I'd go and buy one and just stand this golden slipper winner down there just to...
Next to Songatara or something
No, just stand the one, but just make them move their mares.
I'd actually quite like to see that.
It'd be good fun, wouldn't it?
All right. It's Derby Day. I don't know if we've mentioned that. Australian Derby Day at Randwick. I'm sure everyone already knows that, though.
Yes.
The rail's true. The track,
It was a slow 6 yesterday evening. I'm working off a dead track because the sun's shining. I think it'll just dry out, and I think we'll have a dead track, so that means Black Caviar will run.
Which is good, I
Hopefully.
guess. Hopefully.
Yes.
It's a nine race card, and our markets this week, Clint, are brought to us by
Luxbet. Luxbet are with us today.
I should kick off actually with the first race. It's at 11:55 a.m. We've got an early start again on Saturday. It's the Ticketek Kindergarten Stakes for the 2-year-olds over 1,100 metres. It's a Group 3 event.
Prices. Iconic $26, Safeguard $2.80, Diamond Oasis 17, Divine Calling 11, Zabba Zabadoo 16, $1.95 Il Cavallo, Average 13.
It's an odd race.
Oh, on my way. Okay. Look, it appears though there's only 2 hopes here in Safeguard and in Il Cavallo. Now, go back to the Riesling, I think it was, and I mentioned a filly that came out of a 900 metre win at Sandown on the Hillside track, and she broke the track record down there.
Yep.
A filly called Go Again. She came to Sydney. She got lapped by the good fillies in Overreach and Villa Verde.
Yep.
She probably didn't handle Rosehill, and Rosehill's a very different proposition first time for Victorian horses to Randwick, because Randwick's only a bit of a dog leg, whereas Rosehill sprint trips are a bit of a horseshoe.
Yep.
But based on that, the fast time at Sandown didn't stack up coming to Sydney at this time of the year. Based on that, I won't be taking $1.95 Il Cavallo. Despite that, I've got to concede that Moody did pay a late entry fee for the horse, the Golden Slipper, so they obviously have a high opinion of it, and they're not mugs.
No. It's got a couple of handy types.
No, so, I just don't want to be diving in odds on. The other thing I want to point out is 6 weeks ago, before Safeguard got a bit of a virus, I'm pretty confident he was regarded as Darley's best slipper horse. Now, Sidestep ran second in the Golden Slipper. Guelph ran fourth.
Yep.
This horse has been given plenty of time to get over that elevated temperature. He wouldn't be at the races. They hold him in very high regard. So he wouldn't be at the races unless he is 100% right. And it's not like they're running him 2 weeks after an elevated temperature. It's 4 to 6 weeks away ago. So I think he'll be over that. I don't think it'll have an effect. And I think he's horse to beat in a $2.80 in a 2-horse race. I'm more than happy to be backing him.
At 280?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You've hit the nail on the head with everything you said. I couldn't add too much to it. I did still have Moody's horse on top, but mine was purely from the barrier point of view. But like you, mate, I can't charge into that kind of price against a Darley horse that, as you said, was regarded as their slipper hope. So
Yep.
for me, it's probably a no bet race, but I couldn't knock you for taking 280 in a 2-horse race.
Yeah, I've got it down as a 2-horse race. So
no, that's fair enough too. We good?
we're good.
We're good. Race 2 is the Bacardi Rum Carbine Club Stakes over the mile for the 3-year-olds. It's set weights and penalties race. It's a Group 3 event.
Tatra 650, Toydini is 3, Luna Rise 850, Proverb 11, 440 Flying Schnitzel, $6 Ninth Legion, and the rest are 15 or better.
Look, on with Tatra here. I think he's more of a miler. Straight after the race of Guineas in the mounting yard, I walked up to Peter Snowden and I said, look, is there any chance that Tatra might end up in a Doncaster? And he said yes. I don't know if that's still on the cards given that he's running this weekend. But the fact that he was considering the race suggests to me that he's more than capable of taking an event like this. I know he's got the 58.5, but he's actually only 2.5 above the limit in the race. I think he's drawn perfectly in 7. He'll go forward. And, I think he's a good price at $6.50.
He fits that Randwick mile profile with the 2,000 metre run at his previous start coming back to the mile. He'll be strong, he'll race up on the speed. He'll prove hard to get past. But I've got to go with Toydini. I thought he was awesome in the fail lap. Ninth Legion had a soft run. I was on Ninth Legion. He had a soft run. He had every conceivable chance, and this horse just gave him windburn when he went by.
Yep.
If we go back to their previous campaigns, there was nothing much between them one day at Warwick Farm, and I just think Randwick suits Toydini more than it suits Tatra. Tatra will be out in front and he'll be a sitting duck for a horse like Toydini charging home. I think he's a horse with plenty of upside. I think he's going to be very hard to beat. Interested to see what happens with Luna Rise here. I don't know what to make of him at the moment, this time in. He was playing in Melbourne. They brought him straight to Sydney. They sent him down to Kembla for a $70,000 open handicap, so it wasn't your normal Kembla 1,300 metre open. It was a decent field, and he went forward, and he was only beaten 3/4 of a length, but he ran fourth behind horses like Fetty and Upshot and Soldad. Well, I think they're a rung below here. So,
and he was 280 out.
But it wouldn't surprise me if he improved sharply.
Yeah, for sure.
And was in the race. Proverb I can't have. He's a fresh horse. I've said that a million times.
Yeah.
Ninth Legion had every conceivable last time. I can't see him beating.
What about the filly, mate? Flying
Toydini.
Schnitzel. They don't typically win this race, but she has got a verdict over Norzito. She's not far off appearance. Has come out and won again.
She's a tricky one to line up.
I agree.
Only getting 2 off Toydini. I prefer to be in Toydini's corner.
Okay, cool. So Toydini and Tatra.
Yep.
Beautiful.